Greetings, royal family. I'm back. Now, I've been staying away from this R. Kelly situation from the time that he was charged and all of this melee was going on when they had the Surviving R. Kelly documentary on Lifetime. But I had to come on here and forgive my laughter because this publicist, crisis manager or whatever, Darrell Baby Powder Johnson, had me cracking up today. So if you haven't seen the video by now, R. Kelly's been arrested, right? He was arrested on, I think, 19 counts of whatever. We all know the charges. We all know the story. We all know the history, yada, yada, right? So his publicist, I guess, decided to give a press conference today in Atlanta. And honey, it was a mess, okay? First of all, the press conference had about a couple, like maybe 5 to 10 people there or reporters there asking questions. And the parents or the family of Joycelyn Savage, which is one of R. Kelly's girlfriends, was there. Now, Joycelyn Savage is now 23 years old, from my understanding. And her father showed up and was interrupting the press conference and saying, you know, where's my daughter at? I want to know where my daughter is and all this other stuff. Now, this publicist, Darrell, whatever it is, Johnson, he had time today. And he basically told Joycelyn Savage, father, listen, I'm going to talk to you. You understand? I'm a father too. I understand. But I'm going to talk to you when I'm finished with this press conference. The objective of the press conference seemed to be damage control, whatever. Like all of these celebrities seek somebody to speak up for them, you know what I mean, whenever, you know, stuff hits the fan. I'm going to be honest with y'all, royal family. I don't know if this guy is really a publicist or if he is one of R. Kelly's homeboys that is well-spoken with a nice shape up and is not as scared to answer any questions that he basically, you know, assigned to take care of this. Because he wasn't, I don't want to say he was unprofessional, but he was a little bit hood. He was a little bit, you know what I mean, hood with it or whatever. And he stated that he was hired by Greenberg. I think that's the name of R. Kelly's lawyer. He says, you know, I don't really work for R. Kelly. I was hired to do a job, and this is my job. And the whole thing just seemed fake. I'm not taking anything away from Joycelyn Savage's family. I'm not saying that, you know, if something like this is true, that he has no right to be upset. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've linked the video in the description. I don't know how long YouTube is going to keep it up. So be sure to check it out after my commentary, or you can pause my commentary, watch it, and then come back and tell me what you think. It just seems so fake. Like the father it just seemed like a bad BET play, low budget play, a scene from a play. Like it just seemed bad. Now, like I said, Joycelyn Savage is now 23 years old. She refuses to speak to her family. The father kept saying that, you know, he's concerned or he's upset because his daughter is in danger. He just wants to see his daughter. He wants to speak to his daughter. Now, I'm going to refrain from giving my opinion about the whole R. Kelly situation. I'm just sticking to this issue at hand, or this topic. R. Kelly didn't murder anyone, and I'm not saying that he's, you know, great, bad, good, indifferent. I'm just talking about this situation. He didn't murder anyone. He is not murdering their daughter. Joycelyn Savage did go on Gail's show on CBS along with, I don't remember the other girl's name, and she said that she doesn't want to talk to her family. She said, you know, they're just trying to get famous or whatever, and she's fine, and she doesn't want to have anything to do with them. Now, a lot of people are saying, which I can understand, that she's suffering from Stockholm syndrome because she's been manipulated and brainwashed. I get all of that. But the family apparently did try to do like a wellness check. So they called the police, and the police actually went over to where they thought that they were in Atlanta, I think. No one was there. So apparently, R. Kelly and whoever, they were in Chicago because he got arrested in Chicago. But just looking at the video, I just don't know. This is the second time or third time that I've seen Mr. Savage, Mrs. Savage, and the two little girls on TV. And something just doesn't seem right. Now, regardless if the father is acting or putting on a show, that is irrelevant to the fact that if R. Kelly is definitely being abusive to these women and just degrading them, abusing them, he definitely should face consequences. But like I said, I'm keeping my opinion about that out of this video. But check out the video and tell me what you think, Royal Family. Something just doesn't seem right. So when they were asking, Darrell Jones, he was just a little bit ghetto. Like you could tell that he was trying to reserve himself. And he's just like, hold up. You gonna let me answer the question? You gonna let me answer the question? You gonna let me answer the question? And I'm like, whose man's is this? Like, whose man's is this? Like, who hired you? I don't know, y'all. Something in the milk ain't clean, and I don't know. I think Joycelyn probably just doesn't want anything to do with her family, Stockholm syndrome or not. That father just seems like a con artist to me. Something ain't right. And then the Joycelyn's sister, she has two sisters. She has a young sister. I think she's probably maybe about 11, 12 years old. And then she has a teenage sister who seems very mouthy and very, she wanted to be a rapper as well. And she has so much to say. You can hear her mouth in the background. But if you are going to confront someone, right? I say this to the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Savage. If you're going to confront someone regarding this press conference because R. Kelly has recently been arrested, why do you have the little girl there? And why do you have the teenage daughter there? Like, oh, Lord. However people choose to rear their children is their business. But what is the advantage of having that little girl? It just seemed weird. It just all seemed weird. And toward the end, after the publicist was answering questions, and one lady, I don't know who she was, she asked, how do you feel about possibly being an accessory to this? And he said, I didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna? All of it just seemed weird. Like, why? I don't know, y'all got to watch the video. You guys have to watch the video and tell me what you think. And it's not funny. The whole situation is a mess. But it's funny because who is this guy? Like, I've never seen him before. Why isn't R. Kelly's attorney speaking out and doing a press conference? Like I said, it was like maybe 5 to 10 people there. And toward the end, you see the Savages and the guy, Mr. Johnson, walking off. And then the camera is panning and you see them walking around a corner and you can see them looking back. How did you know that R. Kelly was even going to be arrested as far as the Savage family? They said that they didn't know, they weren't aware that he was going to be arrested. So how did you hear about this so-called press conference that Mr. Johnson, Baby Powder Johnson, and you're going to understand why I'm calling him Baby Powder Johnson if you watch the video. How did this all come? It just all seems weird. So I don't know, Royal Family. I know a lot of people are going to say that R. Kelly's a monster and he deserves to be in jail. As for possible sentences with these indictments, he's basically facing up to 195 years if convicted. Damn, on all counts, and rightfully so. I feel like whatever it is that he is proven guilty of, he definitely should face the consequences. I'm sorry, I like R. Kelly's music, and as far as separating the musician from Robert Kelly and his personal life, I'm able to do that. Say what you will, and I'm not going to talk about anybody's parenting style because anything can happen to any of us. None of us are immune to any circumstances. But as far as his music is concerned, I looked at R. Kelly as a musician, and I think I was in high school or leaving high school, getting ready to start college. No, I was in college when the whole tape came out, and I did not watch it. I know plenty of people who knew about it and who watched it. I didn't. And from there, it was just kind of like, what? Like, how is it that he's still able to be famous like that, you know? So whatever. Like I said, I'm reserving my opinions about that because I could go on and on about that. But yeah, if he's convicted, he's facing up to 195 years. Jesus Lord. I tell you, karma is a bald-headed son of a gun, and nobody gets away with anything. But as far as all of this other shenanigans that I think, as far as the Savages are concerned, I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it. I'm going to be honest. That father comes across as a con artist. I've seen other press conferences where he's kind of like backpedaling and misconstruing his words, and his stories don't match up. But I don't even really care, honestly, because if you're going to get on TV and make a spectacle of yourself, whatever, you're going to get criticized for it. But as far as Darrell Baby Powder Johnson, who is that guy? Like, I don't know if I believe that that's R. Kelly's publicist, man, or crisis intervention manager or whatever it is. You know what I mean? And yeah, so we'll see how this plays out. Royal family, get down in the comments. Tell me what else you know. Be sure to watch the video. Like I said, I'm going to put the link in the description. As long as YouTube allows it to stay up, it'll stay up. Make sure you comment, thumbs up this video, like this video if you like it, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But who is Darrell Johnson? Baby Powder Johnson. Until next time, Royal fam, I'm not going to be following this story because I made it my business to stay away from this whole R. Kelly scandal, because I don't think YouTube is a platform for me to express what I feel, because I have a real raw and rugged opinion about this. And I'm not letting anybody off the hook, in my opinion. But like I said, being a newer channel, I'm just trying to tread lightly in these YouTube streets, right? So, Royal family, as always, I love y'all for watching. Again, be sure to comment respectfully. Get down in the comments and tell me what your thoughts and feelings are. If you have any new information, put me down. You know what I mean? Check out the video. Tell me what your thoughts are on the video. Until next time, peace.